See if Brian hears you.
Can you hear me, Brian?
Brian, you're on mute. Maybe I have to ask you to mute. Let's try that.
Oh,
You, me.
why isn't it not showing up here?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
I hear you. You don't hear us?
My video and my
Give me a second if you can hear me.
You don't hear us, though, I take it. Sean, you can hear me, yeah?
yeah, I can hear you.
Quiet, dude. I'm fucking online.
And my camera isn't working for some reason.
I don't know. You have to.
I know. I've
Shit, hold on.
for some reason my thing
2
won't let me
seconds.
do OBS and my camera at the same time on two different things.
Oh, on Zoom. Well, if you're using OBS, then you don't. Then just choose the OBS virtual camera on Zoom.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, that's better idea. Thanks.
Yeah, no. Otherwise, it gets a little bit lost.
All right. See if it comes up now.
It's the wrong thumbnail again. The one that has the wrong namespace. Let me fix that. You don't want to be called Sean Hawkins? I thought it was pretty cool.
No, that's okay.
All right.
Let me fix this. Okay, I've got you on.
That one, let me fix that one.
All right.
Now, is that going to work?
You hear us now? Brian, you hear us?
I hear you now.
Okay, good.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep. And you can.
Sorry about that.
You can see the screen that should have just the thumbnail up right now.
Give me 1 second. I did a second ago, but hold on.
You might have to go where it says view in the upper right. Make sure it
There we
says gallery view, I think is what you want.
Okay.
And okay, I see Sean. He's here.
Gallery view. Thank you for walking me through this because I just got this laptop. All right.
Yeah, you guys both look good
I
on
see
screen.
Sean at the bottom, me,
Yep.
and you.
Right. And when I have this when I have this turned on here, then you guys can see your clocks, right? So for instance, you have your clock there, 6 minutes for. Oops, you're on the wrong side. Hold on. That's Brian's supposed to be here. There we go. That fixed it. Okay, that's good.
How do I hit the buzzer, man?
So there should just be a button on there, right? Do you see it? Let me make sure. Oh wait,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't see
like
Sean.
your whole.
Hold on. I only see Sean. So you need to click that link again. Let me put it in the chat. Click this link,
Okay.
and then once you get to that link, you should type your name in at the very top. You'll see a little box to type your name in.
Okay.
I'll tell you when I see it. I'm just typing in the chat. Just be a few moments.
Let's see. FE test Brian.
Okay, good. Let me see. Bazonk. Okay. Well, I see Pinky. Wait, you see Brian in the Buzzonk room?
Yeah, I see his FE test Brian on the Zoom workplace.
On the Zoom. I'm talking about. He's talking about the buzzer.
Oh.
Now it says FE test Brian. So go ahead, Brian. If you want to go ahead and ring that buzzer, I'll. Right, and then let me clear those.
Okay.
And then Sean, see, there you go. So it works. So here's the layout. You guys each have 6 minutes intro, and then we'll flip a coin at the beginning to see who goes first. You can choose if you win, and then I'll set both clocks at 30 minutes, and whoever won will start the conversation. We'll just go back and forth. If you guys have a back and forth conversation, I kind of leave both clocks going. I kind of gauge it to see if it's going well. If it becomes too contentious to where it's better to just have each person get their own allotted time, then I'll just say that and we'll go to just strictly time. But I mean, to start, it really should be more about present your claim, present your evidence of it, and then just kind of say, okay, and let the other guy talk. He'll talk. And then if somebody just gets going on a run, because I'll probably mute you, just ring the buzzer. You get 2 of those, and those will. Oh, by the way, when you ring the buzzer, I count to 10 in my head. So don't expect like you ring the buzzer and then you get control right away. As soon as the buzzer rings, I'm going to count to 10 in my head and then cut the other person off.
Gotcha.
So just so you know how that works. All righty. Let's see if we got everything else going. So that's good. Buzz on song. Let me check over here. Okay. What's that noise? All right, good. Let me fix the score. The number on the screen is the amount of buzzers you have left, obviously. Let's see. That's 2 and edit.
Jaron, can you hear me?
Yep. Why?
Okay.
You having problems or?
Because when I hit the buzzer, it worked, but then I went to go back to the other screen, and it just kicked me out the freaking meeting. So right now I've got myself on big screen, and then small box, you, Sean, and myself up right above that, and
Okay.
I can hit view. So I hit view just now, and I hit gallery view,
Okay.
and now Sean's at the bottom. You're at the left, and I'm at. But what do I do to get to the buzzer? Because I don't have to buzz immediately, man.
So do you have the you're on your phone or on the computer?
No, I'm on a laptop, man.
Okay, so you should have like a little
Yeah, on a
tab, have a little
computer or
tab
whatever.
open, have open up that little tab with the buzz on thing and you can kind of like make it smaller. You know what I'm saying or no? You should be able to
Oh,
like
okay, gotcha. Yeah, I can minimize it.
yeah, minimize it and then put it kind of in the bottom of your screen and just open it when you need to buzz. You should be good.
And how did I get there in the first place to the buzzer? Like,
Well, you have a
can
link.
you
If you go
walk me
there
through it
again,
one
it's
more
going to
time?
enter you and it should still be open in your browser as one of your tabs because
Okay.
shows your name on there. So if you close the browser, it'll take your name off.
Right. Got you. Okay.
Should still
And
be
it
okay.
says for attitude. Okay. Yep. This is
Find the number here. Oh, there it is.
wait. Buzz. Okay, Buzz. Got it. Oh shit. Okay. Cool. Thank you, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where is the. Oh, there it is. Okay, couldn't figure out where the number is. Exit cancel. I gotta change the score. Properties. 2-2. Okay.
Cool, man. Got it.
All right, now the score is 2-2. Good. Okay, and you'll have each 6 minutes. And are you gonna share your video, or you want me to show it?
Yeah, if you could show it, that'd be fine. Who wants to go first? Will we flip yet?
Oh, we'll flip a coin when the show starts. Let me just fix this part. There's Brian there. What's going on? Brian. Coin. Brian. What happened here? I had Sean up there. Create overlay. What? Or it was Sean. Sean. Okay, so Sean should have 6 minutes as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 and 6, good. And I've got this one, 6. What do I keep doing that for? Oh, there we go. Sean, Brian, and okay. Coin flip, Brian. Wow, why does it do that? It's never done that before. Hold on a second. It keeps resetting my screen so I can't keep both clocks up there. It didn't used to do that. Sean. Okay. Sean, Brian, both have a. Okay. If I remove this one over here or something. Huh. I don't know if that'll work. Let's try it. Never seen it do that before. That's not good. Oops. Okay, did that fix it? So this one here. What? All right, I'll just fix it during the show. All right, let's get started. You'll hear the intro is about 3 minutes long. So give yourself a bathroom break if you need. Mics are open during the intro. All right, that's it. I'm just going to close my door and we'll get going. Check one thing. Open. Yes. Ready to go. Screen open. Yes. All right. I don't hear if you're talking. I see you smiling, but I don't hear.
You take your blood pressure medicine, Sean, man. You gonna be all right, bub?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Podcasting software. Okay. That's good. Wow, that's not good. Hold on one second. Just trying to figure out why this is not working. Isn't there a API key? That's what I don't have any idea where that's in. Settings. Yeah. Least. There we go. So Sean's on the left and start countdown. Yes. And this one right here. Go API key. Okay. And okay. I'll put it on top. You're on top. Sean on top. All right, that makes it easier. Light on. Countdown. What? What is going on here? I guess you can't do two of these. All right. I guess we're just gonna have to. Oh yeah, that's it. That's it. All right, I figured it out. Okay. So this one here is Sean overlay. The overlay is Sean, and that's start countdown. And this one is overlay Sean. Pause countdown. Yeah. And this one here, overlay Brian. Start countdown. Brian. Pause countdown.
I
Okay.
feel like this is somehow my fault, man.
Nope, you're all good. We're all good. No, I had an auction to go to today. It was supposed to end around 1, and it went to about 2, so I was rushing home. All right, we're all good there. That's good. All right, here we go. Getting started. Have fun, guys. See you in 3 minutes. Here we go. I'm gonna mute up. 3, 2, 1, and muting.
Ignition sequence start. 3, 2, 1.
Houston, we have a problem.
Start. We have a liftoff. We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue.
What you're seeing here, garage. Are you ready? Debate fans, are you ready? For the handful in attendance and the thousands watching across the world, brought to you tonight by Jeranism, the #1 YouTube channel in all of existence. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready here.
Make sure your argument is tight. Wait, what? You must got proof if you so right. Wait, what? Don't get dismissed on false claims because you gotta bring the proofs and the facts. It don't matter if we talking about racism, sexism, scientism, paganism, socialism, communism, talk about capitalism, atheism, globalism. What about creationism? It don't matter what it is. I'm live on debateism.
Welcome, everybody, to Debateism. It is episode number X9. It is Debateism X. We've got Sean Hawkins going against Brian Leake from Flat Earth Tests, a debate on the shape of the earth. Welcome, everybody, to the show. Let's bring on the two gentlemen, or at least we hope they'll remain that way. Let's see. There we go. First, we got up Sean Hawkins. Sean, go ahead and tell people who you are. Say hello.
Hi, I'm Sean Hawkins. I've been around the flat Earth debunking community for about 5 years now. And I'm here to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that the Earth is not flat and it is spherical.
All right. Awesome. Looking forward to that. And I do have a note here that Dave Weiss wanted me to tell you hello from him. I don't know why. He just said to say hello. And then also you wanted to make sure if you're single to get the Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. Next week comes out the Matchmaker, so you can find somebody to spend the rest of your life with.
Oh, I bought that when it first came out, and I've
All right.
debunked every video on his app. So
Every video? Wow. Debunked every one. All right. Good for you. Brian, say hello to everybody. Tell them where they can find you and all that fun stuff. You're on mute. You are frozen.
What's going on, man? You can find me at Frozen.
You can find me at frozen. You're back. We see you.
You can find me at Flat Earth Test. And pretty much that's about it, man. Let's get it on. We got Hawkinism, globalism, bullshitism, crackerism. Let's get it on, man.
Okay, here's the we'll let Sean go
Sean said
since he's never been on the show before. I know you were on episode number 1. You were one who kicked it all off. So you don't get to flip the coin. Sean, do you pick Debateism X for the coin flip or modern day debate?
either one. I'll let him
pick one.
flip it.
Pick.
Heads.
He chose heads, which would be the top one. Modern day debate is heads. It's Debateism X. All right. Go ahead, Brian. You want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Okay. So, Sean, you have 6 minutes. We're going to do 6-minute intros, then 30-minute clock to the end. You get 2 buzzers, which, of course, don't use during the intros. Those are for the back and forth. And your 6 minutes starts whenever you want to start it. Are you going to be sharing during your intro or no?
Will I have a chance to share during the longer section, or is this the time to present?
Whenever you want. It's up to you. You can share them both. That's fine.
I guess I could just describe what I'm going to share later. The angles of Polaris. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I'll have you start right now. 1 second. Just make sure you let me know if you want to share screen.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We got a debate.
Actually, I have a video to share for my presentation.
Sounds good. We'll start you right now, and you can. I'll have the screen ready for you if you share. All right. Let me see if this works here. Oh, you haven't done it before. Hit the share screen on the bottom of the screen, and then it should give you. And if you select that, I should see it. We'll make sure here. Yep, I see it's an iPhone screen or something.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It's Debateism X. And by the way, I'm on the clock and on moderation, so I am going to be probably not looking at the chat a whole bunch, but I'll see you guys after. If you want to have a question answered, you can send a super chat of any amount or a Rockfin tip of any amount, and we'll get to those at the very end. All right.
Hold on a second. I lost the video. No, see, I can't do that. Hold on.
Well, we see your whole screen. So right now we see like a phone screen. Well, this
Yeah.
is what it looks like. And then when we saw you
Oh, there
minimize
it
that
goes.
and see
Okay, okay, okay. It looks different. The layout looks different,
oh yeah, that's because I
in
haven't
this app.
changed it for everybody yet. It's
Okay.
gonna look like this.
All right. It may look a little blurry, but I'll describe what I'm doing. There's no audio, so don't think you're going deaf.
Sounds good. All right, go ahead and get started. We'll start the clock.
All right.
Good luck.
What I did was I went out with my phone, filmed my garage. I filmed it from orthographic view end on, and then I filmed the from the edge or the eave to the peak. And I'll show you here. So here I am on the porch. This white thing on the left, can you see that? Can we see that? Oh yeah,
Yep.
okay. The white thing on the right side is my porch post. It is perpendicular. So I basically zeroed out the phone, the thing with the zero button at the top right. Just to start with the phone perpendicular. Now as I bring the phone down, you see the crosshairs line up with the roof, the face of the roof. Reads about 22, between 22 and 23 degrees. Now this is the end view. The porch over here to the left is my house. That was where I took the first video from. I'm drawing a line horizontal to create the angle, trimming off the ends, and measuring it. And I get 22.8 degrees. Just what perspective showed me I would have. And just to recap, 23 point and 22 something. And you have to take into account parallax, from looking up at the roof because I couldn't hold my phone up in the middle of the roof. And this is what I'm doing here is fumbling around with controls that don't work quite right because GeoGebra was not created by a graphics person. It was created by a mathematician. So line CD is your line of sight above the flat Earth, which is AB. I'm putting the sun in. Point E is the sun. I'm attempting to draw a parallel line to the flat Earth from E, and I keep snapping to another point, but I'll straighten it out. See what I mean? PD is a lot better at this than I am. And since I'm not on a major grid line, it's not locking to anything, so I had to move E up to a major grid line. So everything would remain parallel. So I just changed the location of the sun. Now my question is, at what point along that path of the sun that is parallel to the ground will the sun appear below that second line from the bottom? Because as I showed in my previously in this video, orthographic describes perfectly what we see in perspective. Just shows the true relationship between things. So you can keep going, and it will never cross below our eye line, ever. The laws of perspective will not allow it. So that's it. Just a couple of seconds left. And I'm done.
All right, and you have nothing else, sorry. So it's good. Let's go with
Not at the
Brian.
moment.
You want to start with your video, or what do you want to start with? You're on mute. Now you're on.
Yeah, let's play that video, man. Sean says never, ever, 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 ever. Let's play it.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna start his clock and the video. Here we go.
Predict the distance to horizons. And it's not that we couldn't give them a formula. It's just that it would be wrong. Like
Sorry,
the
hold on.
globe distance predictions are wild.
I had to stop
Yeah.
share. How do I? Okay. Sorry about that.
No problem. You should see it on my.
Can you rewind that,
Okay.
Yep.
Aaron?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
well.
sorry. Sorry, Brian. Sorry.
Thank
Okay, here we go. And I'll start your clock over. Well, let me do that real quick. Oh yeah, 5:23. I'll just know when to start it. Hold on one second. Let me get down to 5:20 is good. Okay. Good. All right, here we go.
So a lot of globers ask us for a formula to predict the distance to horizons. And it's not that we couldn't give them a formula. It's just that it would be wrong. Like the globe horizon distance predictions are wildly inaccurate. On screen, we have a 20-foot viewer height. So based on that buoy, I'm going to show different horizons from the same location. And what we're going to see is that there's no way to accurately predict the distance to the horizon. We've been trying to tell these bullheaded globers this for years. But in reality, on hot days, on cold days, the horizon will vary. Down low to the water, up above the water. On land, the horizon will always vary. They try to apply math to temperature gradients and density gradients, when in reality, there is no way to accurately predict horizon distances. Collectively, we spend hour after hour just out filming reality to present to people like Toon and Sean, and all they do is deny that reality.
It's critical to remember that things below true level will never appear above true level, and things above true level will never appear below true level.
There once was a time I would have just said
I'm not
Neptune
seeing
is
his
wrong,
video.
but we've showed him so many demonstrations over the years that the man is a blatant liar. He is not honest at all. We have showed him that the surface of water itself can sometimes appear above eye level. His own team has showed him that, and he still just keeps making these claims over and over. See, here's the problem, guys. We have spoiled these globers with so many zoomed in horizons. They think we have P1000 for eyeballs. But in reality, the horizon itself is literally our limited angle to the surface. So you're not going to get a big difference in horizon location just from zooming in, because zooming in barely changes the angle.
Would still see the gap between the surface of the water, because these are usually over water, the surface of the water and the part of the object that you can see. There'd be a gap there. It'd just be blurry in most of the proposed explanations. You just have a blurry part.
But you see, the way we predict it, there'd be a gap there at the bottom, and it'd be blurry. So kind of like that, Toon, kind of like reality. Or you must mean like that, right, Toon? And you say it while laughing, and literally on a clear day, that's what we see. Also, you said that flat earthers can't zoom in and pull back the bottom of things. So where's the legs? Let's zoom in and see if we can get the legs back. And what do you know? We're missing the bottom. We zoomed in, and there's the legs.
Never go below the horizon. That's how perspective.
We have demonstrations that show this on flat surfaces.
No, we don't. You have fake ass experiments. That's what you have. You have lies that you've made videos of. That's what you have. No reason why it should be below my eye level. Ever. Ever. For any reason.
But never for any reason. And your Toon say the same thing. Never. Ever. So not like this one here, huh, Sean? Or how about this one here? So when we're not there to defend ourselves, this is all they ever do. Toon, FTFE, Sean, they're just full of shit.
It's basically straight out eye level, about 4 feet above water. And out there is the New Dimensionist Lighthouse, and it's entirely above eye level. It hardly even looks distorted. So I've got this theodolite set up straight and level, and that ship is above eye level. And I've got my tripod sitting nice and spot. And I'm measuring the angle, the surface of the water. So I can Oops, my crosshairs right at the top of the water. Look at that. It's 3 arc minutes, 3 to 4 arc minutes above eye level. So the water level is appearing 3 to 4 arc minutes above eye level.
So the days we do get bottom-up obstruction, which is not every day, can we prove what's causing it? This is interesting because here, where we see the obstruction in the bottom image, we see that it's because the water or horizon's being refracted up. So is it safe to say that's always what's happening on days we get bottom-up obstruction? We have to do more testing, but it's not happening in the top image. And some days we get no obstruction at all, so it can't be Earth curve.
Okay, tonight we've got a pretty crisp horizon. Oh, there goes the ship. Come on, focus.
He's approximately 16 foot above the water, and now that he can see further, he's got a new horizon.
Here's Protection Island.
So there's Protection Island, which is 5 miles out, but now that the landscape is opened up, we see a new horizon. So what we thought was a crisp horizon underneath the crosshairs turns out to be artificial. So seeing the horizon change like that is proof it is a function of vision and how far we could see at that moment in time. But I'm going to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that refraction using light rays does not work in reality the way it has to work on a globe. They claim that light is bending down, making objects appear higher, and I'm going to show how that cannot possibly work.
During the test, after opening the door, the temperature at the surface showed 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and from a few feet above the surface, 53 degrees. Here's the flashlight from the viewer's perspective at the start of the test. Now, we open the door.
In all 3 examples, the lights completely disappear. So if it were light rays that were heading above our eyes and bending down, making the lights appear higher, then they wouldn't completely disappear. No matter how much they bent, they would just appear higher and higher. That kills their eclipse explanations, their sunsets, and their entire model.
All right. Thank you very much for that, Brian. We're going to watch a little ad video real quick. We'll be right back with 30-minute clocks. Give me 1 second, and we will see you shortly. This is going on tomorrow. If you're looking for something to do, come check this out. It is tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific, I do believe. Should be fun.
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Melodome, where the best souls roam.
Let's go. It's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man. Let's get it going. I want to be the greatest. Energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire. My desire's taking over. Not tired. I'm inspired, rewired. I know just what is required. My brain knows how to decipher the message. It's looking brighter. Already paid up the piper. My game is getting much tighter. I feel my body on fire. Now it's game time. All the practice to prepare for this main time. I could do anything. That's my baseline. Go ahead and do you. I'ma make mine. You go read me in the headlines. Always go up. I don't know.
Man,
what
he is
decline.
really
On the
delayed.
glow up, getting better with time. Yeah, I'm about to hit my prime.
Filled up with suspense. We've got our dreams, we must have found. We know what we represent.
And for people who get touchy about trolls in the chat, there's a whole lot of people throwing ad homs and insults at me.
All right, tomorrow, fun little trivia contest between me and David Weiss. If you want to see David Weiss lose in a big, big way, you want to be there tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific. And that is to support Austin's second baby. And if you want the link to that, I will drop it in the chat here in 2 minutes.
A second baby to gaslight.
Let's get back to the show. We've got the guys on. Let's go here. There we go. And so we said you are going to go first Sean, whenever you start talking, it's your floor. You can ask questions. You can just whatever, and then I will mute Brian. Oops, sorry, I got to get this off the screen. And let's get that off. There we go. All right, so go ahead and begin, and I'm going to mute you, Brian. You should be muted. There you go. All right, Sean, when you're ready, go ahead.
Alrighty. Here we have GeoGebra. We're going to do this on. We're going to presuppose a flat Earth first. So here's. Oops. Wow, that's bad. Hold on. Why is that doing that? Huh.
I don't know.
Can I refresh it?
I'll pause you for 1 second.
Okay.
Try and reload it, see if that works.
No. Okay, well, okay. We've seen how the flat Earth plots the angles to Polaris on a flat Earth. Well, I can recreate it here. It's not too much trouble. I'm having to move the zoom meaning around a bit. All right, here we go. The way it should be done is we have a flat Earth and we have a we have the zenith of Polaris. Now, if you move 10 degrees over, shoot. It's hard to recreate this. Anyway, I'm going to be imprecise with the angles, but the way it should be done is, let's say every two marks is 10 degrees. It should be plotted like this on a flat Earth, with everybody on the flat Earth looking at the same point in space where Polaris is. Now we know how high Polaris is because at 45 degrees north latitude, if we point a telescope up at 45 degrees, sorry about the crack in my voice, we get 3959. So we know that 45 degrees latitude is 3959 miles from the North Pole, which would be right there. So I've demonstrated that orthographic view matches perspective. And these views from each one of these points to Polaris is the perspective view. This is the orthographic view of that. And as you can see, this angle that should be 0 at the equator, or I'm sorry, yeah, at the equator, is nowhere near the horizon. Nowhere near. Now the way...
Okay, that's funny, man.
You can
Go
buzz
ahead.
it.
Carry on. No, I thought he was done. I'm sorry.
No. The way reality shows us, and this did the same thing. Yeah, it's got to be a bug. Let me see if I can reload it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, here's the way it should be. Here's the way it should be plotted on a flat Earth. You've got Polaris at 45 degrees, at 45 degrees north latitude, and you've got 77.5 degrees at 80 degrees north latitude. You have 66 degrees at 70 degrees north latitude, 56.3 at 60. None of these angles match reality, match what we would expect to see Polaris at in reality. Now, the proper way to do it is like this. This is reality. Every one of these people, see these radiating lines from the center, are perpendicular to the Earth at their respective points. When you look straight toward Polaris from 90 degrees north latitude, your angle of view drops 10 degrees from your zenith. At 20 degrees, 20 degrees. Move 10 more degrees away, another 20 degrees. These are a little off because I didn't do the lines parallel. I could fix it if you want. But you get the idea. And where are all these points looking at? Take me a little minute. They are all looking just a second. They're all looking at Polaris. So the angles to Polaris prove the Earth is not flat. Can't be flat. The relationship between the angles to Polaris and the number of and your latitude is a linear function, which is only possible on a curve, not possible on a flat surface. And I have a question for Brian when he starts. On the Gleason map, the AE map, why are the straight lines of longitude marked off in degrees of a circle? When you talk about moving to 50 degrees north latitude, that's a line of longitude you're moving along. And that's a straight line on a flat Earth. So how do you travel 50 degrees on a flat line? So I'm done.
Go ahead, Brian.
Apparently, Sean doesn't understand circles and degrees to circles. So you don't understand that when you go along a latitude, you're doing a circle, okay? And you obviously don't understand trigonometry because you're trying to prove a globe, but you just brought all them straight lines down to the center of hell in the middle of the celestial equator, a plane. So I want you to demonstrate everything you just showed everybody from the surface of a globe. Don't bring it down to some fictitious place in the middle of Earth. That's ridiculous. Okay, if you want an equation to make it work, then I'll just say cosine over 90 times the triangulated angle times 1/100th of that angle, and that's going to give you that's a refraction model just to appease your fact that you think it's impossible on a flat Earth. Like, I got to ask you a couple questions. Okay, have you ever bothered to do the math yourself? Okay, because if we're directly under Polaris, then it's 0 degrees right up above us. Now, you just mentioned 10 degrees, okay? Do you even know the distance that gives us on a flat plane? Because if we go 1 degree, it gives us 69 miles on a flat plane. And that puts the height of Polaris at 3959. Wow, what a coincidence. We travel 1 degree on a flat plane, and you're shaking your head no, just like you were twitching the whole time my presentation was showing. But anybody who knows how to do the math or knows how to work a triangle calculator knows that 1 degree angle, 69 miles on a flat plane gives a height of 3959. And if you go out 690 miles, it equates to 696 miles. Okay, so you want to prove to me a 6 mile difference over 690 miles? Let's see, your method of doing that, because there's no method inside the margin of error to prove that. So you've showed you don't even understand trigonometry. I've gave you an equation to make it work out. So in other words, if you start traveling out about 1,400 miles, you get a 1 degree difference between a globe and a flat plane. Okay, so me and you set out on a 1,400 mile track to see who's off by 1 damn degree. Not even possible. You're acting like it's worlds apart. You've got a model, nothing more, nothing less, a model. You understand that? My question back to you is, do you understand the trig, and do you understand the difference is only a few miles and 690 miles between a flat plane. And do you understand that everything you just showed us was equated from a flat plane in the center of your fictitious world?
No, it was not taken from a flat plane, and I demonstrated the trigonometry of how a linear function does not work on a flat plane. And I also demonstrated how it works in reality with the thing that you said that I put a point in hell. No, that's just the center of a cross section of a quarter of the Earth, because the equator is a quarter of the way down the Earth from one side. So instead of drawing the whole Earth, I just drew the side that's relevant. So no, we do not get our measurements from a flat Earth. That's something that you heard from Nathan Oakley and 10th Man and those guys. You don't want to listen to those guys. They do not know what they're talking about. So I demonstrated how it works on a flat Earth, and it doesn't, because it can't be a linear function. And I showed how it does work on a sphere Earth. So where's your map, model, and measurements?
Okay, you showed us how it works in the center of a celestial plane. Once again, can you demonstrate your model? For starters, your model was trying to show 3D, almost glitching out, like almost you got flat earthers applauding in the background, but then it went back to 2 dimensions. Okay, once again, can you show these same measurements from the surface of your globe instead of bringing them to a point in the center of a plane? All these angles are computed from the center of a plane. Every flat earther knows it. Shout out to Nathan Oakley, but I'm not referring to him or 10th Man or any of that shit, okay? You are literally showing these angles going down to a point in the center of a plane. Do you get that?
No, I'm not. I'm not showing to the center of a plane. I showed to the center of the cross section of a quarter of a sphere. That's what I showed. It's a cross section. You know, if you take an orange and you cut it in half, you're going to have a cross section of a circle. If you cut it in half this way and this way, you're going to have a cross section of a sphere. It's a quadrant. That's what I'm showing a cross section of. There's no plane there, man. But if you want 3D...
Really?
If you want 3D, I can share my screen again.
If you cut your orange in half, you're at the center of what, Sean?
You're at the center of a sphere.
What are you standing on?
You're at the center of a sphere, and you're standing on the outside of it, which is what I showed.
So if you cut your orange in half, you now think you're on the center of a sphere. No, you're on the center of the flat section of a hemisphere, but you're on the celestial equator, right? You're in the middle of the celestial equator, which is a plane, right?
No, it's not.
For fuck's sake, dude.
That's not what I'm showing you. You're not even understanding that. Now let me share my screen if I can.
Yep.
All right. This is Blender. You asked for 3D, you got 3D. So here's one camera. Let me show the other one first. Oops, that's not it. Hold on. There it is. This is the camera. Let me show you what I've done first off. Here's your dome of stars that all travel horizontally.
Hey, go back real quick, Sean. Go back where you just started. Back.
Hold on.
Bro, how are we going to get past this when you can't even admit that you're starting from the center of a celestial plane?
I don't care what you misunderstand. That's not what I started.
Okay, what is that,
center of a
Sean?
celestial plane. This right here is your dome of stars. This is the dome over the flat Earth with all the stars plastered on the dome.
Okay.
And these concentric lines are all the star trail paths.
Okay, that's not your dome?
Here, no, that's the flat Earth dome, right? This is the flat Earth in a nutshell right here.
Now show me your dome, please.
I don't have a dome. What
really?
dome?
You can see more than 180 degrees, Sean? Can you see more than 180 degrees from wherever you're at?
No, that's why I have 2 cameras, man.
Bro, quit trying to just deny everything I say, and let's at least agree on the basics, bro. Can you see more than 180 degrees anywhere you're at on your globe?
No.
Okay, so show me your dome, your 180 degree dome, please.
Right there.
Show me how it's different from mine.
Right
okay,
there.
so that's the same
That's
as mine,
dome.
then, right, Sean?
This is the sky. This is the sky. This yellow part is the sky. You're standing here on the
so my
the
dome.
equator.
You just said that's my dome. So show me your dome of vision.
Dome. This is
please.
the flat Earth dome. I don't have a dome of vision, man.
Okay, well, show me yours then. Show me what you see.
View. Well, this is what you would see on a flat Earth. Yeah, I'm trying to. There we go.
So before it was curved circles. Did y'all hear that? Before it was curved circles.
You know,
Look,
there's a buzzer,
let's see on screen.
There's
it was
a buzzer.
curved. And
I thought this was my time to
Sorry.
talk.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Oh, all right, good.
So this is a camera looking north, up at Polaris. Camera's at the equator. Notice anything odd about the circular star trails? They're not circular, for one. The focal length of this camera is up here. Let's put it at 50, just to be. Let's put it at 80. 80 millimeters. That's an 80 millimeter focal length, well beyond wide angle. And these star trails are not circular. They are oval. Now, if we go to the other camera, this is what you'd see on a flat Earth looking south from the equator. You'd see horizontal star trails that do not come to a central rotational point. Nowhere on this dome is there a central rotational point where the stars can revolve around a point in space. That's impossible on a flat Earth. Completely impossible.
Okay, you still didn't show me your dome, but you said that was my dome. But then when you went back up to a top view, you said it's like circular or whatever. Okay, so show me your dome. But when you first showed your presentation, you showed the angles from a point on a plane projecting out, just like you just showed us. Okay, so keep it honest and show us your dome. Show us your 90 degree.
Yeah.
Show us your 90 or your 180 degree view to your Polaris. Okay, so now show me yours. You're saying how it doesn't work.
You don't have a 180 degree view to Polaris. You have a field of view to Polaris. You have an angle to Polaris. But this right here, this curved line, this is the surface of the Earth. This is the surface of the Earth. Now, I could have drawn these lines out from here and left all these lines out in the center if it confuses you. But this is the surface of the Earth. This is not a plane. This is the quadrant of a sphere. The cross-section of a quadrant of a sphere.
Well, you just said it was flat Earth.
No.
Did you not?
I said this is.
Okay, now show me flat Earth then.
Right here. That's
show me.
flat Earth. Can you see it?
Okay, show me the ground. Show me the ground in the sky. Show me, just put me
this
under
is
Polaris.
This is the ground right here. This horizontal line where you got all the numbers: 66, 56, 48, 45, 42.
Now show me your globe. Yeah, we don't.
Right there.
We've seen. There's no numbers on the screen. If you look at what we're seeing, it's just a.
I can't see what you're seeing. What I'm sharing is not coming across on the Zoom meeting.
Sean, are you saying when you walk outside, okay, you're in your one little spot, your own little territory on whatever the F you live on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now you look right, you look left. So on whatever model, we're seeing 180 degrees, right? Can we agree with that?
Yeah, we can turn around and see 360 degrees.
Okay, now when we measure an angle, we can't really measure or compute more than 180 degrees, right?
Right. Looking straight up is straight up. You can't go any further. Now you're going down.
So are you Thank you. So are you standing on a little miniature curved surface, or is that just the way we see?
No,
With
that's the
90
Earth.
degrees
The
one
Earth.
way and 90 degrees the other way.
The Earth is a sphere of 3959 of a 3959 mile radius. It's huge.
That's what you're here to prove. That you're
Right.
here to prove
That right
that.
there does.
And all you're doing is just showing us a celestial dome. So show me some calculations that extend past 180 degrees. Since you're
Why?
so sure of your globe, show me one calculation
Why?
because I want to see if it's even possible.
I
Show
told
me a
you it isn't
calculation that
possible.
extends
I told
past
you it isn't possible, and
180
that's not what I'm
degrees.
showing.
Okay. So then it's going to be the same for me as it is for you then, right? You can't
What?
equate past
What my?
180
What
degrees
my?
either, can you?
What the angle of my angle to Polaris above the horizon is the same as yours? If you live in the same latitude, yeah. But you live in Florida, I believe, and I live in Northern California, so I'm going to see it a little higher in the sky than you.
Sean, your angle is in the center of a sphere. You just showed
No,
it on
it's
screen.
not.
Unless
The
you
angle's
listen,
right here. Can let me go to
show
bring up,
us
let me
your
bring up the
presentation real quick. Now you're interrupting me, bro. This is my time. I waited on you to finish. Now just let me say one thing. Go back and show us your angles to Polaris and where you measured them from, please, Sean. Because since we can't get any honesty out of you, just go back and re-show us your angles to Polaris measurement and how they all met. And let's talk about where they all met, please, Sean.
Can you see GeoGebra right now with this arc and the 90-degree line? Can you see that? Is that
We
on
see a
the
celestial pole. We see a celestial pole with a yellow box around it.
Okay, hold on, let me fix that. I guess I have to change. Okay, I thought it would show my screen and it's showing an individual window in the screen. Let me try it again.
When you hit share screen, try and hit the
I
entire
hit a
screen
window.
button.
I hit an application instead of entire screen last time.
There you go.
There we go. Okay, is that better? Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we
See,
were a
I'm
little
not
confused
measuring
last
from the
time. You
center
were
of a plane. This is a
go ahead.
quadrant of a sphere. This is a cross section of a quadrant of a sphere. You're standing, people are standing. Each one of these points here are people standing on the surface of this sphere, looking at Polaris, which is way, way up there, which is one thing I
Okay,
showed.
very good. Thank you, sir. Now, if each one of them people are standing on your sphere, show me a little stick person pointing up. Are they all pointing at the same place, Sean?
Yes, yes.
Or are they pointing to different positions?
Each one of these vertical lines is them looking straight at Polaris.
So all them lines are pointing at the same. So if everybody at home can imagine each one of them lines on the surface of his quarter circle, which he's calling a globe, now point upward, and he thinks that we're all pointing to one position. Okay, yet the 0 degree is pointing straight up, and his 90 degree is pointing 90 fucking degrees. Okay, now he's
They're all
ridiculous.
pointing to the same place,
Like,
man. See, look.
oh, I thought you said that was the center, cross section center of a sphere.
Yeah, it is. It's a cross section of a quadrant.
Okay, so right now go back to the surface of your sphere,
that's where
please.
they're all looking. They're all looking at Polaris. See, this is Polaris here.
Okay.
Right here. This
Okay,
is Polaris.
go back to the surface of your sphere, please.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to mute you guys. I'm going to mute you, Brian. Use the buzzer if you need to come in. I'm just going to let you guys finish without going back and forth here.
I can't make the buzzer work, but I'll wait till he's done. Sorry.
You can just wave at me. Wave at me aggressively, and I'll see you, and I'll call that a buzzer. Okay, here we go. Go ahead, Sean.
Wish there was a quicker way to zoom in. There probably is, but here, this is the cross section of the quadrant of a sphere. They're all looking at the same place. Each person. See, this is vertical. This is vertical at each point on the sphere. This is 90 degrees to the surface. Each one of these lines. This is the direction that people are standing. Here's his feet. If he was real tall, this would be his head. He is looking up at 80 degrees at Polaris. See, all these vertical lines are pointing straight to Polaris. Same way with this guy, 40 degrees, 50 degrees.
Okay, he's taking over. Go ahead.
40 or 60, 50,
Okay, all
40,
them
30, 20,
lines
10.
are extruding from a flat plane,
No, they're
Sean,
not.
on your celestial equator. Okay, now if we start from the center cross section of your sphere, like you said, then we're all pointing to different directions. If we're standing on the surface of the sphere you're showing, we're all pointing in different directions. Now, if you want to represent reality like you're doing vertically, that is happening from a plane, bro. What don't you understand about this? Your example is doo-doo, bro. Can't believe I wasted a buzzer on that.
Go ahead, Sean, if you have anything.
What plane are you talking about? There's no plane here. No plane at all. None.
Your vertical lines, okay?
Those aren't
See
planes.
your vertical lines
Those are
going from
lines.
bottom to top, okay? They're parallel, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. And what are they all ending at? You say one side's ending at Polaris. What's the other side ending at? Okay.
It's a line of sight going from the person's eye here on the Earth to Polaris. There's no plane there.
Are they perpendicular?
What, these horizontal, these vertical lines? No, they're
no.
pointing to
Them
Polaris.
I've already
These lines here, these
okay,
radiating lines.
Those
are perpendicular.
Now you're pointing back to the lines from the surface of your sphere. Okay. Now, which ones do you want to discuss, bro? You're not going to play some BS on me. Okay. You've got lines from the center of your sphere pointing, diverging from each other. Okay. Now, let's talk about the lines you have going perpendicular, okay, to the cross section of your globe, your celestial plane. Okay. They are perpendicular. Are they parallel with each other? The lines going up and down, Sean.
What, these? They are parallel to each other, yes. Yes.
Okay. And so they're parallel then, right? So they're perpendicular to your celestial plane, right? Or the cross section of your orange that you just cut in half, right?
No.
For fuck's sake, dude.
No, they aren't. They're at an angle to perpendicular. Like I said, these radiating lines going from point A out. The line going from A to N1 to O1 to Q1 to R1, those are perpendicular to the surface of this round Earth. There's no plane here, man. Your misunderstanding of geometry is not my problem. There is no plane here.
Did you not just cut your orange in half to describe this? You cut your orange in half to describe this. You placed us in the middle of that cut orange, bro.
Right, yeah.
What is the top of that orange that you just cut in half called, Sean? I mean, Jesus, dude.
What top of what orange? What part?
If I cut an orange in half, the way you described to even show us all of this, what if anything you said on top of that half is sitting on a what, Sean?
It's sitting on a cross section of a quadrant. Now, if you want to call the
or otherwise known as a,
if you want to call the cross section of the face of the cross section of that tangent a plane, you're welcome to it. I'm not concerned with the inside here. I'm concerned with the angles on the surface. So
okay, fair enough. But
irrelevant.
You did start
this area in here is irrelevant. What we're looking at is the surface of the spherical Earth and how the angles to Polaris line up just like they do in reality. They do not line up.
But you did have to start.
They do not line up and match reality with this example, which is what you'd see on a flat Earth.
Okay. Very good. Then, okay, so scroll back down a little bit and let's discuss it until we can get past this simple shit, dude. Okay, so you started off your example by cutting.
You never will, man.
You started. No, I don't think you.
I muted him. Go ahead.
You started off this example by cutting an orange in half, okay, and drawing a dot in the middle of it. That's what you compared your freaking presentation to, dude. Okay, now you don't want to own up to the fact that That cut in half orange is a plane. You freaking, I ain't even going to go there. Now, if we go up to the surface of your orange, okay, the part we've cut in half and discarded just to make a point, then hold on, we've got people miles and miles, however many miles apart, pointing in different directions. So these measurements don't work. I repeat, do not work from the surface of a sphere. That's why you have to bring it down to a plane, the center of your cut orange. You have to bring it down there to try and tell people this is how it is, okay? So you've got to show your reality, which is diverging out from the center, okay? And then tell people it's working in regular or our reality with parallel perpendicular lines. So our reality is perpendicular lines from that plane or the surface of that sliced orange, Sean. Go ahead.
Oops, sorry. I unmuted you.
How do
There
I
you-
unmute? There we go.
Got it. Sorry.
Are you saying this right here is the plane? This line AQ7? Are you saying this is the line, the plane that I'm drawing everything from?
The center, okay, would be the center of your ball. Okay, that show me.
There you go,
Trace the line where you
ball.
chopped your orange in half. Trace the orange where you chopped it in half. Your ball. Trace it. Trace the orange. Just highlight it with your mouse where you chopped your orange in half, please.
Here, will it make you feel any better? I won't chop it. There you go.
Just outline
There
it with
you
your
go.
mouse.
Now
Just go
it's-
back
now
and
it's-
forth.
Now it's
Go
a
back.
circle. Now it's a circle. Are you dealing with it
Okay,
now?
good. It's
Do you
always been a
understand it
circle.
now?
It's only ever been, Sean, it's only ever been a quarter of a circle, and now you just made a full circle. It's only ever been that, bro. Now, what I want you to do is take your mouse and run along the surface of your orange.
Okay, yours. Go ahead, Sean.
This is not a plane. This is a quarter of this cross section here. This cross section is the face of a half a sphere. This is the equator right here. This line right here represents a side-on view of the equator. This is the North Pole. This represents the North Pole. All these lines are going not perpendicular to the sphere. They are going at an angle from perpendicular to a sphere. All these radiating lines from the center out are perpendicular to this surface, this curved surface I've drawn. There is no plane here. Zero plane.
We just said they're perpendicular to a central point, bro.
No,
oh my God, Euclid would be rolling over in his grave, bro. Okay, now all I asked you to do was trace your reference. Okay, so just move your mouse to the surface of the orange.
Okay, you're back.
You don't understand, man. These lines, these vertical lines, are not perpendicular to this surface where each one of these people are. These lines, the ones that are radiating out, are perpendicular to this curve. There is no plane. These lines going vertical are pointing to Polaris. You can't look straight up. You have to look at an angle. And all these angles are looking at Polaris. I don't know why this is so hard for you to understand, man.
Okay, no more buzzers.
It's not hard, bro. Okay, you've got perpendicular lines running up and down. Okay, not going to one point. Okay, not going to a single point. Okay, now you've got angles written on there. So a 45-degree angle would be the one halfway in that line. Your baseline would be what I'm asking you to trace out. You started off by saying you slice a cross section of a sphere. Okay, so now your baseline is going to be, you're saying, well, it works this way in reality, but we measure it this way. Okay, fine. Just admit that, bro. Say we measure it down to a central point, but when we're talking about it in reality, we show parallel lines, perpendicular lines. You just said perpendicular lines, okay? They're not perpendicular freaking to the surface of a sphere. You get that? They're not perpendicular to the surface of a sphere. They're perpendicular to the celestial equator, you numbskull. You literally showing on screen your lines going down to the celestial equator. Okay, that is a plane. There's no getting around this. I know you don't like it, bro, but if you could admit this, we can move past it. I understand you've made the math work. You found a way to make the math work, or not you, but other people have. Okay, but once we get past this and you admit that they're all going down to a celestial plane or a sliced orange, and we can move this conversation forward. For fuck's sake, dude.
There's no plane, man. There's no plane. It's not measuring anything from the plane. See, I removed the here I can hold on, let me see, I can get rid of this line here and I can make it perpendicular. Right? I mean that's perpendicular to the edge. See, this is perpendicular to this curved surface. I don't give a crap about this line and this line or the blue inside. The surface of this curve is what we're worried about. See, this is the zenith of the person at 90 degrees or 80 degrees north latitude. They have to look down 10 degrees to see Polaris. How are you not following this, man? This right here is not the baseline. This is not the baseline. These lines are radiating out from here so I could line them up better to be perpendicular to the surface of this, or to this curve. What are you getting about this, dude?
Bro, no shit, Sean. Okay, no shit. So now you're saying, okay, that them lines all stop. Okay, so but where do they meet if we just keep going down in your sphere? If we take them lines you have projected, the vertical lines, where do they all intersect?
These vertical lines that point straight to Polaris, they stop at the eyesight of the person on the surface of the earth, man. They don't extend down.
Okay, well keep going. Keep going past the eyesight, Sean.
What do you mean going past the eyesight?
Dig, dog, dig deep. Dig deep, bro. Dig deep.
They aren't looking
Keep on
down,
going down and
up.
chop into your sphere. No, keep your line going. Okay, the perpendicular lines that you freaking erased. Okay, so they go beyond. So you have to have two representations. You have to have reality, which is your vertical lines. That's reality, bro. Nobody's disagreeing with that. That is reality. It's up here at the edge of your circle. I'm disagreeing with the edge of your circle. You've got diverging lines. So which is it, bro? A, take the perpendicular lines you have and tunnel into your earth and tell me what happens. Or B, start from the surface of your earth with your equation and show me how all the lines are diverging, because you're acting like, well, this is reality, but this is how we measure it. Here's reality, the perpendicular lines, okay, go into a plane, but this is how we measure it. It's down to a point. You can't have both, bro. What are you not getting?
Are perpendicular. If you take a styrofoam ball and you take skewers and you push it into the ball perpendicular to the surface of the ball, are they all going to meet? Are all the tips going to meet at the very center of that ball? Yeah, that's what I'm describing here.
Yeah, yes, yeah, they are. Now do the math.
That go from the center of the sphere out to the surface and then extend up as the zenith that is above the person that's standing right here. On this one, this is the zenith of the person standing right here. For this person, this is the zenith of the person that's standing right here. What don't you understand about this? These vertical lines, these lines going from top to bottom on the screen, those are from the eyesight of the viewer at 60 degrees, at 70, at 80, at 90. This is where the person's looking. All these vertical lines, they're looking at the same place, and I'm not going to scroll out again and show you Polaris where they're looking.
Okay. So if we all went down to the center point, okay, from each of your degrees, we'd all be looking in different directions, right?
No.
Okay, so reality is
the same direction. They're all looking at Polaris, man. Nobody's looking straight up. They're all looking at Polaris, except this guy. He's looking straight up because Polaris is straight up.
This is ridiculous, dude. We need to talk about the
Yes, it
horizon
is.
and why we
It
came
most
here to
certainly
begin
is
with.
ridiculous.
Okay.
Let's move
All
on.
right, quiet, man.
No,
Listen,
we're gonna get anywhere here.
all right, we got it. Since we got a few minutes left, let's get past this. Okay. So in my opener, I showed. For one, hold on. For one, I got to ask you a question to see where I got to start from. Okay, I can show a horizon, from pretty much any surface, depending on how low I get. Do you agree that there's a horizon on a plane, even on a flat plane, Sean? You agree there would be a horizon, right?
It'd be too far to see, and it'd be blurry, and it would never block anything in front, in back of it. It would never obstruct anything. And I have a question.
Would there be a horizon?
Let me ask you a question. I just answered your question. Let me ask you a question about your presentation. How is it that you guys can seem to replicate an effect that it takes ships at sea miles and miles, dozens of miles to accomplish on a 10-foot flat surface? How is that?
Just by opening a door and letting a little cold air in, Sean. It's not magic, buddy. If we're gonna freaking scale something, see, my model and my side like to use reality demonstration, not just some fantastical shit that you dreamed up in your mind that doesn't scale. The great scale negator, like, well, if we were bigger, we'd be able to explain gravity and we'd be able to explain all this stuff. Okay, we're scaling reality and just letting in some cold air, Sean, and that light is disappearing right in front of the camera, or going to a pond. On a good calm day, you got a nice flat piece of water. Your globe says there should be 3/4 of a millimeter of curvature. Yet when I'm a half inch above with a camera, with a 2-inch light, it disappears right when I get down to a half inch. So you're not going to tell me Earth curve blocked that light. Now, your response normally is, if you're like on team with your comrades, that light's refracting down. It's shining 360 degrees, but we're catching the lights, let's say, that was headed at our eyebrows. Okay, so it's appearing higher because it's coming in from a higher angle. We're not getting the lights that were coming right for our eyes. That light went below us. We're catching the light that was going toward our eyebrows or above our head, which is making the light appear higher. That's the ray diagram from Rumpus, Toon, FTFP, everybody. If you disagree with that, let me know. But my question is that how can a light disappear completely if it's refracting downwards at 360 and shining 360 degrees? How is that even possible, Sean?
You showed an inverse temperature gradient, which makes the light go up. So you didn't show regular refraction that makes the light bend down. You showed the exact opposite, which is very dishonest. You've been told about this before. You've shown this presentation before, or something similar to it, and you've been educated on
No, I haven't.
that
Stop
is
lying.
dishonest. You've been shown. You've been educated on
Dude,
this.
stop.
Why do you continue to lie about it?
Go ahead.
Bro, stop lying to the people. Sorry about that, Jared. Stop lying, bro. What are you talking about? I've been told about this. Hold on. We showed the thermometer, and it was 50 degrees at the surface and 53 above it. Do you not, for one, stop lying, dude. You've never discussed this in my life, bro. Okay, what we have discussed is temperature gradients and refraction directions. Now, I showed on screen that the temperature was 50 degrees down low and 53 above it. So the light's supposed to refract toward the lower temperature, right? And the denser medium. So y'all ignore temperature in reality and say that the pressure density overrules that. So now you've got both on your side. So you've got lower temperature and a denser medium down low. So that light should appear way up high, right, Sean? Since we showed on screen with the thermometer that it's perfect for downward refraction. So that light should not disappear, right, Sean? It should just appear higher and higher and higher. Is there a way for us to refract it downward enough to make it disappear? Like, how is that even possible? Or do you even understand what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Sean.
I'm not on mute. There we go. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. You're talking gibberish because you showed a video that introduces a temperature inversion, which makes the light bend up and not down. See, standard refraction light bends down. That's why we can see things that are further down. What you've done is you created a temperature inversion, which brings the light up, which is going to make the light go down. See, you think that the default position is that the horizon is always refracted up and some sort of refraction brings things back up. That's not how life works. That's not how reality works. I demonstrated beyond a shadow of a doubt how mathematically the flat Earth cannot work. It's impossible for the angles to Polaris to line up with more than two angles, 2 points on the flat Earth. It's impossible. And if I can share my screen one last time.
Yep.
Where is it? There it is. If we do this,
We see the celestial sphere again, just,
there we go. See, I can take this guy. I can move him all the way over here. Let's hold on, I have to move this out of the way. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to do a vertical split, so we've got a split screen. So now, if you look at the screen on the right, you see what the camera sees, and I'm rotating it up. It's at the equator, and that angle is about 30 degrees, 35 degrees. There's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't see Polaris in Antarctica. Absolutely none. There's no geometric reason why you shouldn't see it. Now, you talked earlier about me having to make up math to compensate. That's exactly what you've done, Brian. You've ignored refraction, you've ignored the effects of refraction, and you made up some convoluted mathematical formula that doesn't work in all cases, but seems to like put a band-aid on the problem in certain cases. See, that's being intellectually dishonest.
You're saying just intellectually dishonest while dodging a question, bro. Okay, to show me the same bullshit. You're trying to drag me back into your lack of understanding. So everything we see in reality, Sean, drops as it gets further away. Everything. There's no exceptions, pal. Okay, birds, clouds, okay, airplanes, everything drops into the distance. So we expect nothing different with the celestial bodies. Sure, they take a little longer, but I just demonstrated at the beginning that if something's directly overhead and we measure 69 miles, we get a height of 3959, Sean. Okay, if we go 2 degrees, we get 2 times 69, 3 degrees, 3 times 69. Okay, now when you get 1,400 miles, you get a 1 degree difference. So if you want to see who's right, let's pull tape measures 1,400 miles, Sean. Okay, and dude, you're over 1,400 miles. What are we looking through? A ton of atmosphere. Yeah, through a ton of atmosphere, Sean. So my refraction equation, okay, I'm not making this as a claim. I just made this equation just to shut you up, bro, to be honest. Just so you quit saying, how does this possibly work? You got your refraction on your globe model. The sun is there, but it's not there. Well, it's there, but it's not there. Okay. So it's an apparent position on either model, Sean. So don't tell me I'm dishonest. Okay. Now back to the question. Okay. You said that it's an inverse temperature gradient. When we showed with the thermometer that it's 50 degrees down at the surface during the test and 53 above it. Okay. Is that an inverse gradient, Sean? Or are you being dishonest, Sean?
When you flood the room with cold air from a door, yeah, you get an inverted temperature gradient. If you flood the room with cold air and it rides it on the ground, yeah, it's going to be way colder at the bottom, so light's going to refract up. Yeah, it's a very dishonest test.
What about on the pond with no open doors, Sean? On the pond, we had a 1/2 inch observer height. We had a flashlight 400 feet away. Okay, you've got 3/4 of a millimeter of curve, Sean. But when we got down to 1/2 inch height, okay, then the light disappeared bottom up, Sean. Is that dishonest, Sean?
Yes, because it's
Is that
it's doing a test. What, an inch from the ground, where the refraction is the worst. See, it's using refraction as a way to say, see, it don't work. But if you take standard refraction and you look at a ship at sea, it disappears bottom up because of the curvature of the Earth, which I demonstrated very well just now. So
Okay, did you see my when we actually looked through, instead of cameras, we looked through instruments. We seen that when we got obstruction, it's when the horizon itself refracted up. Okay, when the horizon was at eye level, we got no obstruction. But when the horizon refracted up, it blocked almost half of the lighthouse and the adjoining buildings. So how do you explain that without using camera? Use instruments. Okay, so I mean, what's your way around that? Do you agree that A, the horizon was above eye level of the theodolite that Jesse Gordon showed, and B, that it did obstruct the lighthouse and the adjoining buildings?
well, the horizon could never be above eye level if your eye is indeed level. And also, Jesse Kozlowski has shown you has demonstrated diverging zeniths, which prove that the Earth is spherical. So,
I said Jesse Gordon for one. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
I mean, parallel lines don't cross on flat Earth, right? They remain parallel, uncrossing, undiverging, unconverging. They're always parallel, the same distance apart, right?
No, I'm talking about reality. Flat Earth, yes. Flat Earth, yes. Reality. Okay. Now, when looking through a theodolite, Jesse Gordon, okay, Jesse Kozlowski and Tim Osmond went out, and they're one of the first Globers. Me and Rakia Life, shout out to him, tried to tell people that occasionally, it's not that rare, but the horizon appears above our auto levels, above the crosshairs. We spouted this to George Numchucks. We spouted this to Jose, even you on Jose's. Y'all denied it until Tim Osmond and Jesse Kozlowski went and seen half a Strong's knob block through an auto level 6 foot above the Great Salt Lake. And he told y'all and George at that time, George Notchek went out and set up his theodolite. And then next time I talked to him, he's like, yeah, or actually it was Bev talking to him. Shout out to Bev and crew. And George said, yeah, I see that all the time. Yeah, of course the horizon appears above the crosshairs. It's refraction. I see it all the time. Okay, so are you still denying that that happens even after Jesse Kozlowski demonstrated it, Jesse Gordon demonstrated it, me and Rakia have claimed it and showed it way back when, and George Notchek, rest in peace, has demonstrated it. Do you still disagree that that is a phenomenon?
Well, chances are you took things out of context, you misquoted things, and you got stuff wrong. You're not a very honest person, so I'd have to see those videos for myself to judge. So I'm gonna withhold comments on them. But it's impossible to see. Well, no, it's impossible to see the sun below your eye level ever, as I demonstrated.
Now you want to move to the sun.
Yeah, yeah.
Sean, back up. In my opener, I showed three examples of Jesse Gordon. Okay, shout out to Jesse Gordon and go to From Jesse if you want to see the full videos. Okay, there's really about 4 or 5. I just took 3 of his examples where his crosshairs measured out level and the horizon was above it. He measured like 3 arc minutes, and one of them, I think in all of them he did, but I just showed one of them where he leveled its crosshairs on the water surface and it was above level 3 arc minutes. Your own person, he's been on this channel. Did you not watch my opener? And do you still deny it? And you want to talk about the sun all of a sudden?
Yeah, I deny that the Earth is flat. And yeah, let's talk about the sun. Let's talk about how a 3,000 mile high sun could go out 6,000 miles and be at 0 degrees. Explain that. Is that the light not being able to get to your eye? Is that how that works? See, parallel lines never cross. So how can something 6,000 miles over your head ever be below your eye level?
bro. Get your shit together, bro. Okay. At least answer the question before you move on. We will move on. But, okay, Jesse Gordon. I showed 3 examples.
Right. I
Okay.
said that
You're saying
I
parallel.
haven't seen the video yet, so I'm withholding judgment. I'm withholding conversation for that. I'm not going to
Everybody else
comment on a
did,
movie
Sean.
that I haven't seen. No, I
It's
haven't
not a
seen
movie,
the
Sean.
original. I haven't seen the original. I'm not going to take your cherry-picked edited video of it. No.
He showed the measurements in the
I'm not
video,
gonna
Sean.
take your word for anything, man.
So do you think I'm being dishonest by showing Jesse point his camera at the theodolite? Is that your out, Sean?
I think you're dishonest for cherry picking from Jerry. I think you're highly
His name ain't
dishonest.
Jerry, Sean. Name's
Or
Jesse, Sean.
Jesse, whatever. Fred.
No, not whatever. Not whatever. Jesse Gordon. Okay.
Yeah, and George
go on mute
Natchuk-
for a second.
And George Natchuk's name isn't Nunchucks either, okay? MC Toon isn't
Go on mute,
Clown. That you want to get name you want to cry about getting names right. You get names right. Okay? You hypocrite.
Okay. We see your tactics. Please go on mute, Sean, for a second. Okay. This is their tactics to call us dishonest. And my presentation, I wasted half of my presentation showing a hostile witness, Jesse Gordon, which he's right now punching the screen. He'll have a different explanation, but you won't even acknowledge it, Sean. Neither will MC Toon. Neither will FTFE. This is what they do, people. We go out, we take our time, we spend hours and hours videoing reality, and they do not accept freaking reality to even have the conversation. He's telling me I cherry picked it. So I literally went out of my way, wasted time to show him pointing his camera at the theodolite and claiming that the horizon is 3 arc minutes specifically above the crosshairs, Sean. So tell me that I'm lying or Jesse's lying or just talk about the freaking sun, man. For fuck's sake, bro. You're falling apart, bro.
Yes, as I said, I haven't seen the original video, so I'm not going to comment on it. I'm not going to take your word for it, and I'm not going to take your edited video of it. Are you ready to move on?
No, what I want to do is, can I share a screen, or Jared, if I could get you to, and you could apply it to my time, if you could just go to 3 minutes and 10 seconds of my presentation where it shows him looking through uncut and him proclaiming exactly how high the water is.
You mean the video that we already watched? That one?
Yeah, my presentation, because apparently Sean didn't watch it. He's saying that it's cherry picked.
Hold on, Sean.
Okay, what was the purpose of his putting the camera or filming it with the theodolite? What was the purpose?
What, do you want to see it again?
To predict the distance to horizon.
Well, let me open
You don't want to see it again, Sean?
Hold on.
I can't see it on the Zoom page.
Globe horizon.
Okay? I didn't have
wildly
I don't have his screen open. Hold on.
20-foot viewer height.
Wait 1 second.
So based on that buoy.
Okay,
I
you
still
can't
don't
see
see it.
I'm going to share right now. Hold
There
on.
we go.
Now do you see it on
the
your
video? It
screen?
doesn't come through on the Zoom. All I've got is the big OBS emblem and a broken camera. It's not coming through on the Zoom meeting. There
Son of
we
a
go.
buck.
That works.
Why when I asked you guys at the beginning of the show if you could see my screen, you both said yes.
I
And
didn't.
this whole
We seen it fine, bro. He's full of shit, Jaron. He's full of shit.
Okay, well, so where do you want me to go to this in the time?
Well, my viewers saw nothing but that, and then all of a sudden it came up. So, no, I'm not full of crap, okay? I've proven you are.
Brian, which time you want me to go to?
Go to 3 minutes and okay, right there, right, yeah, just right anywhere in there. No, a little bit past that, a little bit past. I literally wasted half a video and Sean didn't even watch it, but everybody else seen it, Sean, just so you know. A little further, about 30 more seconds. Right there, good.
Press play from here.
Perfect.
All right.
Hardly even looks squirted.
Yes, sir.
So I've got this theodolite set up straight and level. And that ship is above eye level. And I've got my tripod sitting nice and spot. I'm measuring the angle, the surface of the water. So,
Oh, so he's like,
my crosshair's
how
right
far off
top
the
of the water.
surface is he?
Look at that. It's 3 arc minutes, 3 to 4 arc minutes above eye level. So the water level is appearing 3 to 4 arc minutes above eye level.
So the days we do get bottom-up obstruction, which is not every day, then we prove what's causing
That's
it.
good.
Oh my God.
This is interesting because here,
Oh, it's hilarious.
where we see the obstruction and
Okay.
So, did you see at that time, Sean? He specifically said, okay, you seen his crosshairs go up to the surface of water, and he even had an accurate measurement of 3 to 4 arc seconds above eye level. Now,
Right.
do you still deny it, Sean? Do you still say that parallel rays can't cross in reality, Sean, or flat Earth, whatever, in reality? Still make that claim there, Sean?
We're looking through a highly refracted surface of the Earth, man. That far from the ground? Come on, man. You've been told before that the effects of refraction are exaggerated that far from the ground. But see, dishonest flat earthers have to show that close to the ground because they think it proves their point. But the amount of refraction that you see is very predictable by the heliocentric model. So,
Sean, I showed it at 16 foot, 6 foot, 5 foot, and 2 feet. You want to just talk about the 2 feet? If you watch the video, you'd see you're getting desperate, bro. I showed it at 3 different elevations, and at the end of the video, it was at 16 foot, Sean, and the horizon was above the crosshairs. What next, bro? You're running out of bullshit, Sean.
I'm muted. There we go. Yeah, you've been told before that when you're that close to the water, refraction is the heaviest. Now at 16 feet, you saw the horizon above eye level at 16 feet. Is that what you're saying?
Do we got to go? You asked me quick. Do we got to go back and watch the end of my video now, Sean? Okay, if we want to, we can go to 5 minutes and 30 seconds. 5 minutes and 30 seconds. And this is Jesse again, the fourth one at 16 foot observer height, looking at Protection Island.
Formula to
figure out eye level.
No,
So what we thought was a crisp horizon underneath the cross
Okay.
turned out to
Coming.
be artificial. So seeing the horizon change like that is proof it is a function of vision and how far we could see at that moment in time. But I'm going to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that refraction using light rays does not work in reality the way it has to work on a globe. They claim that light is
Sorry,
bending
what
down,
time? What do
making
you
up.
What do you need, Brian?
He probably wondered before that.
No, that was good. No, you showed it perfect. You showed it perfect right at the beginning. That was Protection Island, which is 5 miles. Okay, his crosshairs are 16 feet above the water. Okay, he shows that. He shows the measurements. He shows the theodolite. This dude's pretty thorough. Okay, and you see when he gets to right there on screen, you see what looks like the horizon right under the crosshairs, right? But then when he gets to an open landscape, you see the water extend out into the distance above the crosshairs. Okay, I mean, dude. How are you still denying this, bro? Like, ridiculous, man.
Denying what? That the Earth is flat? Yeah, I'll always deny that.
Wow, bro. So you denied it. You're making me waste more time as you call me dishonest, and you're not acknowledging that one of your teammates is showing over and over and over. I know you didn't believe me or Rocky Alive or Tim Osmond, okay? But you should at least agreed with George Notchek. And here, Jesse Gordon, I'm showing you multiple examples, bro. Okay, do you still deny what we're seeing? That the horizon does appear above eye level sometimes. And we quit making that claim and tell Toon to also quit making that bullshit claim. It doesn't line up with reality.
Sorry it hurts your feelings, but the Earth isn't flat. I've proven it. Here in this debate, proved it.
Good job, champ. Very good job.
Mathematical proof. Not only that the Earth is a sphere, but it cannot be flat. That's what I proved here today. And that the sun could never go below your eye level, ever. So, you want to talk about the sun? Do the math.
Well, hold on. You just said that it can't go beneath eye level. I've already done the math. I gave you an equation to make it work. Okay, it's very simple. And what it entails.
Gave me a bunch of numbers.
Good, Brian.
What it entails is refraction when you start getting hundreds and hundreds of miles. Okay, we don't need that refraction within a few hundred miles, but when we get out hundreds of miles, okay, then we've got a simple refraction explanation. It's a ratio based on the humidity gradient, or whatever you want to call it. It's a simple ratio because you didn't believe. You think the math proves anything. So if I got the math working 100%, did I prove a flat earth, Sean? If I get the equation working perfectly tits to meet your satisfaction and your Google Earth, did I just prove a flat earth, Sean?
No, you didn't. You're not understanding how optics work. See, you're not understanding how optics work. How can a 6,000 mile high sun or 3,000 mile high sun move out 6,000 miles and be at, what, 50 degrees, but appear at 0? How does that work?
Refraction, pal. How does a sun in your model that's not there, okay, it's not there, right? But we still see it, right? We're still seeing it. And to explain your selenium eclipse, which I caught personally, you're going to say the moon's above the horizon.
Okay, Brian, prepare for a 2-minute outro. Go ahead. You've got 2:02 to finish it off.
Oh, sorry. All right.
Sean, you got 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Oh, well, Brian's in denial. I've shown clearly how the math works on a spherical Earth and how it works on a flat Earth. Simple geometry tells us that that a linear function cannot work on a flat plane. It's impossible. That's a mathematical impossibility. Brian is in denial. He's repeated things he's been educated on, but still lies about. I've proven my point. Brian has no map, no model, and no measurements. Nobody has ever measured to the horizon for anything. It's not needed. We don't need to know the distance to the horizon. That's a non sequitur, a red herring that flat earthers have come up with because they think that their black swan proves that the earth is flat, when they even say the priests of the white swan, they say that the earth's radius is bigger. So Nathan Oakley and Quantum Eraser have admitted that the earth's radius is bigger. Operative term is radius. So I've proven my point. Brian hasn't. Brian has done nothing but misunderstand how optics work, how math works, how geometry works, how trigonometry works, and he's projected his own inadequacies on me. So I'm done.
Okay, do you want your 2-minute outro? You get that still to go if you want that, or your conclusion? Or do you want to just pass to Brian for the final 2 minutes? Up to you.
That was pretty close.
You're pretty close. You had 12 seconds.
I wasn't even watching the clock.
You did well. But now you get a 2-minute conclusion if you want it, or you can pass it off if you want. You lost the coin toss, so you go first, and Brian goes second, or you can pass.
Oh, I don't need a conclusion. What I've presented stands on its own.
Okay. I'm going to keep it. The clock says on Sean, but it's for Brian. Brian, you have 2 minutes when you start. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Okay, yeah. He don't have no more bullshit to spew. No matter, I hope there's a couple new people watching this or watch it later in the future. I've demonstrated that no matter what we show them, no matter what, doesn't matter. We show them their own people, hostile witnesses, some of their pronounced freaking teammates, and he just denies it. And he just can't stay away from that sun. Boy, we got to go back to that sun. We got to worship that sun. They just can't help it, okay? And they're going to explain in their model that a sun, well, we're seeing it, but it's not there, okay? So in their model, it's fine. We can see a sun that's not, but in our model, they want to hold us to orthogonal Pollock geometry. Excuse any Polish people, no offense, But it's like, dude, he's going to hold us to strict geometry no matter what I show this clown. Okay, so I hope people watch this. Now, we couldn't get past the freaking fact that his measurements don't work from the surface of an Earth. They have to go down to a center plane. I thought we could get past that, but look at any of their examples. They have to go down to the center of a plane to even show angles in the first damn place. The fact he couldn't admit that is baffling, dude. And so they're going to just keep repeating the same shit over and over, no matter what we show them. They just deny reality. It's ridiculous. I mean, he just ran out of excuses. You've seen it. Everybody's seen it. Everybody witnessed it. He's telling me I don't understand it. I come up with a simple equation to explain the angles to Polaris or the sun when looking through thousands of miles of atmosphere. Anybody who doesn't know, over 69 miles, there's less than a 10 feet difference between their globe and a flat plane. So nobody's going to pull tape measures and prove which one it is. They've got a model, nothing more, nothing less. But we've got a lot of dishonest opposition out there.
Good time.
And they're just all right.
And for super chats, let me see if we had any. I don't know if anybody's got questions. Tony Coriolis, thank you very much for joining the club. And Joe Mama gifted 5 memberships. It looks like one question on YouTube. Silent Zero said wrong. As you go away from Polaris Point, it should be moving down to account for perspective. Sean, I guess it's to you. Do you have any comment on that?
Right. On a flat plane, that is a...
sorry, I got to unmute you.
Oh.
My bad.
On a flat plane, that is not a linear function. On a sphere, it is, and a linear function is what we see in reality. So if you move 10 degrees off center, it's not going to be at exactly 80 degrees. If you move 20 more or 10 more, it's not going to be at exactly 70 degrees. See, the numbers don't add up. Mine do.
Okay, let me check Rockfin, see if there's any questions there. 1 second, and we will check that. It doesn't look like we have any here. Let me think if I can think of any for either one of you. So
this has got to be the Jared. This is the biggest landslide in debate history, bro. Sean, dude, you need to just erase your channel, bro, and go into hiding, bro. I'm sorry, dude. I still love you, man. I got no hate for you, bro. But, bro, you got to remove your own people are punching their screens, bro. They need oven mitts, bro.
Who would be punching their screens? MC Toon? FTF?
Any Glober right now.
No,
every Glober in existence.
I'm sure they're laughing at you for not understanding simple high school stuff, man.
I wouldn't deny McToon is, because no matter what I show him also, he just will ignore it or start worshiping the sun and puking sun worship on me. They won't acknowledge these measurements made by us and other Globers. They will not acknowledge them. Why would I expect anything different?
You've never made measurements. You've cited
for anybody who doesn't know
videos.
me, for anybody who doesn't know me, okay, I use instruments almost on it, not quite, but almost on a daily basis. I've been using auto level and measuring level my entire adult life for like 30 years. You haven't. For you to even deny that without even glancing, it's weird, bro.
Sean, my question would be, did you say earlier that nobody measures to the horizon or something to that effect? So do you think like Jesse and all those guys measuring to the horizon is worthless?
No, they're measuring to the horizon they aren't measuring to the horizon. They're measuring where the horizon is in your eye line. No one measures the distance to the horizon. No need to.
Got you. But is it an apparent place or is it an actual physical place that they can actually measure the height of?
Both. It's an apparent position of a physical thing. It's the apparent position of the tangent, which flat Earth doesn't have a tangent. So you can't have an optical effect. You can't have an apparent thing that's not physical. It has to be physical before it's apparent. The apparent part comes from the light bouncing off something and hitting your eye. If it's not physical, light can't bounce off of it.
Sean, you don't think that we can have a freaking horizon on a plane when I could easily, right now with my camera, just go down to the sidewalk and put the camera right there and you'll get a horizon and 50 feet, dude.
Yeah, it's
Quit
funny.
while you're ahead, bro.
It's funny you can repeat the what it takes things at sea 30, 40 miles to do on a short stretch.
Ain't that funny?
That's
That's
yeah.
hilarious, bro.
It's called
Ain't it
being
weird?
dishonest. That's called being dishonest.
So wait, is the sidewalk Earth curve, pal? Do I need a Earth curve for a horizon?
Sidewalks are built on whatever contour they want to build them. They can build them on a slope. They can build them
I'm lost on. I guess I'm confused with what.
drainage.
What are you saying, Sean? You're saying that we can't replicate a horizon unless we stretch out 30 or 40 miles?
No, I'm saying ships at sea. It takes them like 30 or 40 miles to vanish, to get out of our line of sight. But flat earthers think you can do that within 10 feet on a kitchen table.
It's not 30 to 40 miles.
Actually on a spherical Earth, yeah, it's about that. For a 300-foot tall ship, it takes quite a few miles for it not to be seen from the beach. Yeah.
Okay. Any final words there, Brian? I don't see any other super chats, so we can head out. I'll let you guys say where people can find you. Start with you, Sean. Actually, go ahead and tell people where they can find you.
You can find me at Sean Hawkins YouTube channel. I don't know if a link has been put in the chat or not. But,
yeah, it's in the description.
I used to go live a lot, and then I sort of fell out of it, but I'm starting back again. And yeah, that's where you can find me. Just look for the look for the icon that triggers 100% of the flat earthers who see it.
The shill one.
Yeah, y'all go watch his channel. I almost put in where you was calling Jaron a liar but I pulled it out because I didn't want to trigger the host. But where you call him a liar for the test he did on the Netflix documentary, which is ridiculous. You putting claims in his mouth. He didn't make a claim. He said on a globe it'd work like this, on a flat earth it would work like this, and it didn't do neither. With plenty of witnesses, out of respect, I left that out of my presentation. Okay, and I do apologize, bro. But today should be monumental mark of this is what we get, people. This is what we get when we argue against adamant anti-flat earthers. They're not honest. But you can find me at Flat Earth Test, capital F, capital E, capital T, Flat Earth Test, and I've got 4 videos on the horizon that I just put out, and just random other entertainment. And or you could go to Earth Awakening's Discord, and if you want to chat with me directly. But Jaron, thanks for hosting us, and Sean, thanks for being the fall guy there, buddy.
All right, and that's it. All right, sounds good, guys. Thanks so much. Again, tomorrow, stop by Melodome at 2 p.m. Pacific time. That's 5 p.m. Eastern for David Weiss versus me. And actually, I'm going to get you the link that I said I was going to do earlier, and I didn't. 1 second. I'll get it for you. Oh, come on. I know where it's at. There we go. Let me get you this link. Put it in the chat. Help out. Let's see what we're at here. Got a nice. We're at $1,500 out of 5,000, so that's very nice. If you want to come by and throw a couple bucks towards Austin and Kai's second baby girl, please do that. Let me give this GoFundMe. Here we go. All right. And to put this in the chat for you guys here. Okay. And that'll be tomorrow again at 2 Pacific, 5 Eastern. There. Oops. I don't know if that link will work.
Jared, can I say one more thing real quick?
You can.
Real quick. I'll make it fast as I can. Okay. I have a debate set up on multiple mass media, Discord or YouTube for Friday against Earth is Life or B-Ball. But I want to say this. All these measurements that we're seeing to the horizon, these couple arc seconds, 3 arc seconds represents 1/20th of 1 degree. So to the unaided eye, the horizon is always going to appear at eye level. Okay, unless there's hazy or foggy or just conditions we can't see natural distance. Horizon's always going to appear at eye level to all the other flat earthers out there. To the unaided eye will always see the horizon at eye level.
So I guess my question to you, Brian, would be, where is the vanishing point? Is that going to be?
Hey, I have to go to the bathroom really bad.
Oh.
So are we done here?
All right. Yeah, we're done. You can be gone.
All right. I didn't want to seem like I'm rage quitting.
No problem. I just have one question, Brian.
Didn't want any of your Oh, so nice people in the chat accusing me of anything untoward.
They love you. What are you talking about? They were
Yeah.
asking for a PO box so they can send gifts. So make
Hmm.
sure we get that. All right, Brian.
Thanks a
Where is
lot.
the vanishing point? On the horizon line, or is it somewhere in the sky? Where would the
Okay, the
vanishing point
vanishing
be?
point is the vanishing point is the absolute resolution limit we have to any surface, whether it's a sidewalk that's not curving.
Well, what do you guys think of that? I'll be right back. All right. Let me I had to delete my camera because it was interfering with the Zoom meeting. There we go. So anyway, that was interesting. It went exactly as I thought it would. Brian had nothing and denied everything I presented. It was irrefutable proof of flat Earth and a direct debunk of, or irrefutable proof of the globe. Sorry, misspoke. And proof that the flat Earth can't exist at all. I mean, simple math tells you that the flat Earth cannot exist with the angles to Polaris. Brian could not understand that. He couldn't understand that that was not a plane. Not a plane. It's a cross section of a quadrant. He just doesn't understand simple stuff at all. He's been educated on every point that he made, but he continues to lie. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll talk to you later. And as always,